I want to turn now to Russia's war against Ukraine. The Israeli philosopher Yuval Harari had a good piece in the FT recently where he wrote, in 2025, the weakest link in Ukraine's defenses still lies in the minds of its Western friends. It seems like the West, Prime Minister Yatsenyuk, is constantly self-deterring, whether it comes to crippling sanctions, whether it comes to going after Russia's oil revenues, when it comes to mobilizing the frozen assets, or when it comes to providing Ukraine with high-end capabilities. Those have come, but they've come late. Why is it, or what more accurately are Western leaders afraid of? Are they afraid that Ukraine might not succeed, or are they actually afraid that Ukraine might succeed?
Well, you know, Mike, you're a seasoned politician. So you've asked me and actually provided the answer. So there is no reason for me to provide any kind of additional explanation. As this is the wrap-up session, so first of all, I want to commend Kasia. Kasia, you've done a tremendous job with this unbelievable, amazing forum, and you deserve applauses. Then I am just wondering, Mike, why don't you ask me about the U.S. presidents? Because, look, I had the privilege to work with 4 presidents of the United States, and I hope that they had the same privilege to work with me. And you know, and here is the thing: I still expect to work with President Trump, but he's busy, as far as I understand. And the thing is that I met a number of times face to face both Putin and his close entourage. And there is a deep misunderstanding and very deep misreading of designated war criminal Putin. Every single US president expected, and even President Trump, that Putin will play by the rules. Putin is always playing with the rules. So this kind of deep misunderstanding about the logics of this KGB operative, and look, he's very good in reading the people. He's very good. He knows psychology, as every single KGB agent, KGB operative. So he can actually very sophisticatedly talk to you, entice you. And these kind of things has driven a number of global leaders. And Mr. President, you are absolutely right. Americans are not the only one who expected that Russia will be the part of some kind of free world. Never. Answering your second question. Look, we have everything. Look at the free world. We got cutting-edge technologies, the strongest military in the world, huge human resources, pile of cash, different, starting with the dollars and ending with the euros, cutting-edge technologies. The only thing we miss is guts and strong political will. Ukrainians have been fighting against armed-to-the-teeth Russia, not for 3.5 years, for 11 years. And Russians didn't manage to take over Ukraine. So we have very resilient Ukrainian nation. And what is needed right now? Less summits, less different types of coalition, and very strong, bold actions. Going back to Putin, this is the only language that Putin understands. Strong action, strong response, and actually strength. And we can do it. We can do it.
But is there, just to follow up on this, but is there some sort of fear of what sometimes Americans call catastrophic success? Is there this notion that if Ukraine wins this war, that something is going to happen either inside Russia, or I don't know, Russia may use a nuclear weapon, or some other scenario that causes Western leaders to hold back? Or is it just simply they don't want to go after, I mean, you've talked about this, Bill, in terms of oil revenues, that they don't want to go after it because it's too comfortable to continue to consume Russian oil and gas. Is it more that, or is there some fear actually of winning?
The main fear is fear itself. That's what Franklin Delano Roosevelt said, right? And it still exists. But look at the history. Russia has failed in a number of wars. Russo-Japan War, Crimean War, First Chechen War in Chechnya, Afghanistan War, and war against Ukraine. So we don't have to fear, we have to act once again. Whether Putin will saber rattle with the nukes, yes, he will. But whether he is ready to use these nukes, no, he don't. Because we have plenty of those even who support Russia, but they don't support Putin's decision or contemplation of Putin to use nukes. So once again, we are strong enough to win this war. We have everything on the table. But political will and guts are needed.